Previously on Dust.
Apologies, Lady Tethys, but we must make haste. There is a villager in Mudpot who is very close to death.
I can feel it now. His life force is very weak. How could I let this happen? What have I done?
We've no time to waste. Is there a shortcut back to Mudpot?
Yes, of course. Right through here. Though I fear you may already be too late.
We'll get there in time. Just you wait and see.
You have much to learn about the world, Fidget. Sometimes even your best is not enough to avert fate.
He held on as long as he could, but it just weren't enough.
Damn it! We weren't fast enough!
I don't understand. We got the water running. We did everything we were supposed to.
Fidget, it's like what Bopo's mother said. When the life thread calls for you, you must go. He was fated to pass, and there is nothing we could have done to stop it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back. That was kind of a somber event there. I wasn't expecting things to turn out as they did in the quest that we did. We're trying to save Mudpot, and I like that it turned out that way. Just to keep it from being too cliche. Now, the unexpected turn of events where, yes, you learn your lesson by you expected that everything you did would lead to a happy ending isn't true, is kind of becoming cliche, but then again, if both of them are cliche, then, which is it going to be? You can't have both. So I was really glad to see that, because in a lot of these, you do your quest and you complete your mission and it succeeds. And so storytelling has, obviously evolved. And so you have a lot more of these, are you or aren't you? And it becomes a guessing game at this point. It's nice to see that there was no obvious answer here. So now that we're back in Dust, let's move on to happier occasions at the moment. Right now, as of this recording, the Humble Indie Bundle has returned. And Humble Indie Bundle 11 is up and running right now. And the reason why this is relevant to Dust and Elysian Tale and why I'm talking about it right now is because Dust is on the Humble Indie Bundle. Now, as of this recording, there's about 6 days left on Humble Indie Bundle number 11. And there's some really great games in here. So I'm going to kind of forego getting into the game real quick to kind of give you a list of what's going on here. And it's also relevant to the series, the Adventuring the Game. Because the first game on the list is Guacamelee Gold Edition. Guacamelee is another Metroidvania much like this game. I think that when I'm done here, I'm going to go into that one. So I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Also, if you guys know of any other good adventure games, Metroidvania-esque games, do let me know. I'm open to suggestions. So I like this one. Dust is on it. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams is on it. That is a side-scrolling, kind of a recreation of a Commodore 64 game. The Swapper, which is a 2D puzzle game with clones. And then if you beat the average, which last time I looked was under $5, you get Antichamber, a first-person puzzle-type game, and Monaco, What's Yours Is Mine, which is a 8-bit style top-down thievery game, which was kind of interesting when I tried it. I have played most of these games at this point. I live-streamed a few of them. You probably saw them on the channel. Now, today, again, as of this recording, 3 new games were already added to the bundle. Fez, Starseed Pilgrim, and Beat Buddy. Fez, of those, Fez is the only one I've really heard of, and I know there was a lot of controversy with the creator there, and unfortunately I hear we're not going to have a Fez 2, because, well, let's just say the internet ruins things. But Starseed Pilgrim and Beat Buddy I haven't heard of, so I'll have to look into those and see what they're like. But really a great bundle here. Almost every single game here is worth $15, $20, and people are getting away really cheap. So back to the game here. I just wanted to show off that I did get a new lightning attack from Fidget, and it is excellent for combos, because as you can see, it does not hit very hard. And using all of my energy, I got about 43 hit combo there. So I'm going to be using that to get my 1000 hit combo, as was suggested to me by someone in the comments section. Again, I don't have names in front of me, so I apologize if I don't mention you by name. It's not intentional. It's just that when as I remember things, I may not have notes in front of me. In this case, I just had notes about the bundle. Now I want to move on. Since I have my slide, I have one sheep missing. I'm going to go try finding it, and I'm going to go this way because I already know, because I started up the game and I was going to go to the map. I know there's going to be some story elements that are going to play out, and I don't want to get to that right now. So we're going to go on. And we are going to find our sheep, hopefully. Put them in our pants. Now, something that's really great about that one, you know, that looked like a two-headed sheep. I was kind of scared there. I didn't know what was going on. Some kind of genetic engineering feats. Now, Humble Indie Bundle is doing something that they hadn't really done before. They took away the ability to get keys from Steam, right? So it used to be you would redeem your game, and you would get a key from Steam. And you would put the key in, you'd activate the game, blah, 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 everybody's happy. Now what they're doing is they have a direct connection to Steam with your Steam account. You have to sign up and get your Steam account connected. And it basically redeems the game for you immediately. Now, one downside to this was that you couldn't basically give... Wait a minute, shocker? Hold on. You could not give your... you can't give the Steam keys away for games that you get on the bundle anymore. So if you had a key for a game you already owned, you couldn't give it away. Well, what I noticed with this bundle is there is a key or a button to gift games that you may already have. So you can gift the entire bundle, or you can gift games you already have. In this case, well, I have Dust, obviously. So I end up now with a key for Dust. Okay, that's Attack and Fidget, which I already have better. Okay. So what that means is anyone that may be watching... There we go. Found the sheep. And I found a key. Excellent. It's fantastic. We look in the map, there's several areas that I need to go to for treasure. So I'm going to go through those once I return the sheep. So anyone that's maybe watching this, hasn't gotten the game, may be interested in the game. I mean, honestly, the game's not too expensive, really. I believe it's still $15 on Steam. But, you know, for some people, that can still be kind of expensive if money is tight. Trust me, I fully understand that. I think I want to try and give away this key. And I'd be interested if anyone out there is watching this series that hasn't gotten it, that would like to play it. You know, drop a comment in the comments section. I'm not sure how long this will go. If I get several responses, I'll probably throw it into random.org and pick a lucky winner that way. And then what I'll do is I will put a comment in and update the video description at some point. Should I get a winner basically, or give it away. That way, no one watches this video later down the road and say, "Oi, do you have that key still?" Of course, people probably still will. So please check the video description if you're curious. And I'll do that. I think that'd be great, because honestly, this is a great game, a really great game. And I think, even if you see the story, it's kind of fun to play, and worth at least a shot there. All right, so Sheepman.
We found your sheep, Gappy. They didn't seem too concerned about being lost.
I honestly have no idea how you carried those things around with you.
Thank you, son. You're good people. Here, have some wool from my flock. Trust me, this is prized stuff. You're doing good in this world, son. Folks like you are always welcome here in Mud Park.
Well, thank you, Gappy. Alright, quest complete. Let's see what our reward is. 4,000 gold. My goodness. Shame I cannot buy keys anymore. I would definitely do that.
You're doing good in this world, son.
Alright, I'm going to see about going through to the right here and maybe in the left. I'm going to do some treasure hunting, I think, because we have the slide. We can try and go through some of these areas, and we're 93% of the way through this. It's interesting, 93% exploration, but only 58% on the treasure. So I'm gonna go see what I can get. In the meantime, I want to talk a little bit about what I like about this game, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat this episode of Dust and Elysian Tale kind of like what I was doing for the live streams of Antechamber and Swapper and all those. Dust. So I've kind of said a lot of it before, but I think it bears repeating. A lot of what I like about this game is the combat is smooth and responsive. The graphic design, fidelity, just overall aesthetic of the game is phenomenal to me. I mean, I know some people don't care for anamorphic characters. You know, I don't even think about it, really. I don't even pay attention to that for the most part. I think it's a stylized design. You know, I know some people are kind of against it, but I think there's a unfortunate undertone there as far as anamorphic characters are concerned. You know, thanks to the internet. Once again, the internet ruins nice things. But, you know, we've had a lot of really cool characters that were anamorphic. You know, I remember back in the day there being, like, Usagi Yojimbo, you know, the samurai rabbit. As part of the, you know, in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know, we had a lot of anamorphic characters that we used to like when we grew up. And I just really kind of hate to see that there's kind of this, how do I even put it? There's this dark mark against it now because of certain sectors of the intranet. Oh well. The music, again, I love the soundtrack to the game. Thanks to the Humble Indie Bundle, it did give me the opportunity to own the soundtrack now, and I have listened to it thoroughly, and I think it's great. There's some nice surprise tracks on there that I'm kind of looking forward to seeing if they show up in game. The game is solid. I mean, the game is solid fun. I mean, it's... I suppose there is one thing that I am concerned about, is that the fact that I have been fairly readily beating it. It's not, I wouldn't say super easy, but for someone that's played a lot of games, there's not as much challenge as kind of I was expecting. But then again, that being said, I can kind of go back and play like Symphony of the Night and Metroid and pretty handedly beat those as well nowadays. Now, part of that is experience with those games. I've played those quite a bit, and I pretty much know their little secrets and quirks, and I think because of those, it's given me an advantage here in Dust. So that could be it. Maybe it's just me, although I am kind of wishing I had turned the difficulty level up another notch. Just because I looked back at the footage from the boss battles I have completed, and you can certainly see that I pretty much destroyed Fuse and Lady Tethys. I'm actually having kind of I feel a harder time with these guys, or the giant Trox with shields. Is it keeping me from enjoying it? Is it keeping me from having fun? No, absolutely not. But I would say that to anyone that wants to try out Dust and Elysian Tale, you know, consider your status as a gamer. You know, how good do you think you are, and maybe bring the difficulty up a notch above that. You know, I put this on I didn't put it on normal, I don't believe. I'd have to go and double check what I put it on, actually. Can I see that in the status, maybe? Doesn't look like it. So, but yeah, it could have been higher. It was pretty high there, wasn't it? And a level. That lightning is pretty cool. Obviously not a lot of damage, but fun to look at. It hits a lot of enemies. I don't know, no more so than the fire does, I would think, but still cool to look at. And again, it really racks up the combos. And I think that's good because we look at the combo counter, and the combo counter is what I use to get experience. Very fluid animations. I mean, even if you don't care for maybe the graphical style, I think the animations and the responsiveness, the sheer responsiveness of this game's controls have been an absolute joy to play. I mean, not many games can get the whole spectacle fighting thing right. And it's always good to see when they do. Ow. Yeah, see, he's not barely even phased. Yeah, those guys are giving me a harder time than the bosses, really. So, I mean, take that as you will. So normally, I mean, obviously this time, like I said, I'm kind of treating it like I did the live streams, wanting to talk about the game as I play the, you know, thinking about what is it about this game that I like. Giving it kind of a critique this time, rather than just a standard playthrough. I'm giving it a critique as I play it, which I have done a little bit as I've played it in this series, as many of you, pretty much know at this point. Oh no. I was really hoping to get up there. I think there might be something there, but I could be wrong. But I wanted to give it kind of the since this is pretty much Humble Bundle week. I mean, I've been streaming a Humble Bundle game every other day. And I'm going to continue the trend. I will be streaming pretty much every game in the bundle. I may even stream Dust. I may just go ahead, go in, and put Dust on the maximum difficulty level, go in and play it on a live stream. Just to do it. We'll have to see. If I do that, it'll probably be after the other games. But I've already uploaded Monaco. I've already uploaded Antechamber, and what other one did I do? Oh, Monaco, Antechamber, and Swapper. Yes, Swapper. I can't forget Swapper. Oh my! I'm going to go back and play that. I adore the atmosphere in Swapper. So I'm not seeing anything here, so I think I've pretty much wasted a lot of time and moving down here. Oh, and talking about the game as I flail needlessly. Okay. I'm not finding what I need where I want to go. I did get my level, by the way. Let's just go ahead and do that now. And put it into defense. And I'm going to continue to search. We'll go down this way. But yes, even if you catch this late, like even if you don't catch Humble Indie Bundle number 11, as I'm talking about here, I would say go to the site, humblebundle.com, and take a look, because there may be another bundle by the time you see this video. And I really think it's worth it. It's a good cause. It's charity. It supports Child's Play and EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation. And I am just absolutely lost as to why I cannot find a treasure in this area. I do not understand, ladies and gentlemen. I do not. I'm wondering if it has to do with this. Maybe. Right. Okay, well, since I'm flailing around in the dark and I've pretty much just wasted a lot of time walking through these caverns, I think what I'm going to go ahead, let's go back to the standard style, and I'm going to do some treasure hunting, and once I get to a point of interest, we'll get right back, so, do a little bit of the cut footage. By the way, I do hope that the video style has been doing well. Where I've basically been showing the game in the resolution as I play it, and I've been getting rid of the black bars, as you've noticed, through basically a blurring of the edges, extending the video out, and making it so it takes over instead of black bars. I think it looks pretty nice. I tried doing it originally with a blur, not a blur, but I'm sorry, a glowing effect and a shading effect to kind of darken it a little bit as well, but unfortunately, when I did it the first time, rendering went up to 8 hours for this video. A half-hour video took 8 hours to render. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. But I think at this point the blurring is working. I think it looks good. Unless I get some complaints on it, I'm going to continue to do that. Okay, apparently there was a treasure chest down here at the very bottom of here. There's the one I opened up in a previous video is right above me, so I completely forgot to come back down here and open up the treasure chest. So let's go ahead and see what's inside, shall we? And it looks like we got a necklace pattern. A Helminoid pendant? Helmiani, I think. I read that too fast. Helmiani pendant. Pendant once belonged to a very loving grandmother. She had hoped to pass it on to her grandchildren. Attack, defense, and luck. Now it is less luck than I already have, so that's 6 luck to this 4. Now it is more defense. It doubles the defense, but takes basically the resulting amount out of the attack and luck. So what do we lose here? We've got basically 666. Oh boy, that's nice. So we lose 4 attack, 2 luck. So yeah, basically it just redistributes the points. So here it's the exact same value overall. 3 6s compared to 2 12 4. So same values, just this focuses more on defense. I'd rather focus more on the luck right now. So not seeing much else. I mean, that's some good defense there, but I lose the luck. So we're just going to keep with what I've got. Alright, further down the tunnel here, or I guess further up. This is kind of closer to the town here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the mouse here real quick so I have a pointer. And we can see I'm right here, and I've found, I believe, the treasures here. Now this is something else. I was talking about the game's, singing the game's praises basically a moment ago. This was another thing, and I think this is something that any game creator, and especially AAA title developers really need to look at, is just the way this game transitions from a keyboard and mouse to a controller at an instant. I mean, I have tabs now that I can switch between now that I'm using a mouse. If I go back to using the controller, it switches it back to that interface on the fly, very quickly and responsively. The only other game that I've really played in recent memory that did that was Sleeping Dogs, and it was fantastic. That one was published by Square Enix. And it amazes me how many games just can't or don't do that. It's especially prevalent in ports from the console. You know, some PC games, you know, most PC games, obviously, they're designed for the console or designed for the PC. They're usually going to use the keyboard and mouse interface, and they may do some controller support. Whereas you go from the console back to the PC, and then a lot of these games just don't even, they may not even have keyboard support or mouse support, and they might throw it in, and it may be passable. But this game does it well. It works well in both forms, and it's very playable in both forms. I want to point that out. I think this is an amazing piece of work that this developer did that and thought to do that. But anyway, here we are. This is where we couldn't go before because of the slide. You may recall before, to do this we had a puzzle where we basically moved the bomb fruit and we had to navigate it through the wind tunnels in order to blow up a wall to get our progress. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and slide in, and we're going to come up and we have 3 keys right there, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what we needed to clear out this area. So there is one more room just above me here, one screen up, and that is directly after you come down here from the town. Now, as I'm exploring here, I did come to one of the strangers.
I've noticed the waters in the valley have resumed flowing. It would be ignorant of me to believe you didn't have a part in that.
What makes you say that?
The waters did not resume flowing of their own accord. Of that, I am certain.
Yes, well, we did what needed to be done.
As must we all, my friend. What did you find down there, if you don't mind my asking?
A powerful creature who was misled by her own rage. Fortunately, we were able to knock some sense into her.
And for that, this world is grateful. Take care, my friend.
Surprising, I wasn't exactly expecting that from the shop vendor. So, but the main reason I came here is because looking at the old footage, I think like 2 videos worth back, I realized I hadn't sold something. I'm going to go back into sell mode, and I'm just going to double check. 3 green, 3 green, 3 green. I'm pretty sure there's an item right here. Yep, the Florin Spark is an item I never sold to the vendor to catalog. So yes, going back through my own footage, I have kind of noticed that, and I'm glad I did. So now it's cataloged.
Your transaction is most appreciated.
And we're appreciated. Thank you very much. So also, of course, leveling while doing this. I'm going to put it into, oh, I don't even know. Healing items are barely healing me anymore because of my health. I'm just not sure. I don't think I want to put too much more into attacks right now because I'm going to try and get that 1,000 hit combo here in a moment using the lightning. So we'll go ahead and put it into health. We'll go ahead and do that, even though the healing items are basically starting to wane. And I need to buy more and more expensive healing items in order to kind of maintain where I am. Well, I found the treasure that I needed. So, here at the very bottom at the transition, I kind of took a leap of faith, if you will, and saw that. So I can't go far enough, so I'm hoping here, maybe, let's see, can I get these guys to maybe help me transition? It's so close. It's so very close I can taste it. I feel like, I'm just wondering, am I missing anything? Am I missing a skill, or is there something, like a way to do this that I'm just not even thinking of? Come on over, I'm gonna try this again. Come here, come here. Jump around, jump around. Come on. Sweet. And see, that's interesting. I really wonder if that's part of the puzzle. I mean, and I'd be willing to, again, I kind of like hearing the feedback. How have people approached that puzzle? How have people done that? Am I actually missing an ability that would have made that easier? Did I just basically make that harder on myself by doing it before I really should have? I mean, that's the question. Was that designed around me doing that? Should I have done it that way? So, hey, you know, if any of you have any ideas, hey, let me know, honestly. At this point, I think you can, like, just let me know if there was an ability. You don't have to tell me specifically what, but feel free to let me know. Alright, I'm gonna head back to town. I don't recall if there's anything else we need to turn in there at town. But once we go there and leave and transition to the world map, we should have a cutscene, so let's move forward.
General Gaius, you asked for me?
Your report, Commander. What news do you bring?
Our scouts believe he is alive, General, but his actions are curious.
Curious? How so?
He ventured into the Siramon caverns and saved a village of natives. As I understand it, his actions got the water flowing again. If what you tell me is true, Cassius would never...
No. Cassius would never. Keep me informed of the situation, Commander. That is all. When did you grow a heart, my friend? Most unlike you.
Interesting. So, Cassius. Interesting name. Not bad, though. Not bad. Alright, so we've got the Sorrowing Meadow, and we also have, what was it? There's another area we couldn't get into because I didn't have the slide just yet. Huh. Could have sworn maybe it was the Hidden Cove. I think that is it. So, I didn't get into town. Apparently, trying to transfer into town ultimately just led to the world map anyway. So, now that we're here, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, look at that. Exploration is 50%. So, we're going to go to the Hidden Cove. If it's 50% already, then there's not going to be too much here, I don't think. So, let's go in. Very interesting. I hope this doesn't end up being like the Lost Woods. Oh dear. I'm having Zelda flashbacks. Left, left, up, left, down, right. Wait, no. Hello. Oh, yeah, that's spiky. Ow. Oh, my pride. Oh, that hurt a little bit. Oh, I can feel it bruising. Oh, punctured my lung. Oh. Alright, bomb fruit. I was trying to move the fruit, and that didn't work. Okay, now if I take the fruit, does it go with me? It does. Okay, maybe this isn't the right place to have come, because I'm not even sure how long I've been recording at this point, because I was doing a lot of talking and doing basically a little bit of a critique on the game, which hopefully you guys didn't mind, because I know I have done a little bit of that already. Well, hello. Deadly Delight. Haraboji pendant. Okay, well it looks like I'm not going to actually get too far here. So I was able to get a few things, a few items, but that appears to be it, because now I'm... Yeah. Yeah, this bomb fruit's not blowing anything up. Okay, so once again, we're only partially through that. Any good items, just to be sure, kind of going through everything here at this point. I have 2 red moss still. Interesting. Okay. What was next? The Hemology and... Oh, it's up here. Herbiogy. Pendant of a noble who helped pass on to his grandchildren. He was an honorable man. Or who hoped to pass this on to his grandchildren. Okay, you know, I can read. Really, I can. Words. So, comparatively, this looks like... is it a redistribution again? 6 luck, 6 luck. 4 defense to 10 attack. So, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, it's better. It is a little bit better, because we take the 2 away from defense, and we're still getting 2 more on the attack. So we're getting more attack here for the value. So I think this is going to be a better one overall. We are maintaining the luck, and now I've got a bit more attack. Great. Great, great, great. I'm feeling good about that. Kind of looking around here at anything I may have picked up. I have to be kind of careful about these, because you've got items like this with the 3 times item drop. The Ring of Vigilance, of which... Yeah, I already have 1. Not seeing anything great, so yeah, it's all right. I've got really good items right now, honestly. So the Sorrowing Meadow and the Glade. This one's nearly complete. Let's go back to the Glade, because we do have a couple places we can go here that we couldn't go to before because we didn't have the slide. So we need the bomb fruit to get that slide open. And it's been a while since we've been here too. This was right out of the beginning, wasn't it? Okay, good. Come down here, grab the bomb fruit. Excellent. Sliding on through. And there was a treasure chest that I completely missed. Looks like there's a challenge arena over here, so great. We'll get a challenge arena in this one. Before we do that, treasure chest, please. Papers, please. Papers. Okay, bomb fruit. Tasty cupcake. A light stone vest. Alright, so the light stone vest. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. So, I'm not able to come here until this point because I've only just gotten the slide, and I'm kind of surprised that I find an item that's fairly inferior to a lot of the items I've been finding. But then again, is part of that due to just having a lot of item finds and luck. So, I thought this was going to be a challenge arena. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to go ahead and go up. No, I do believe... Okay, yeah. It was just a way back up. It's just the textures of the area looked a lot like they were an arena. So... Alright, so we're going to move on. We can see that over here to the right, go ahead and pick up the mouse again. We've got a couple areas over here that were not explored yet, so I'm going to head that way. Alright, moved on to one of the next segments. I have to find the exit that goes down. And it looks like I do remember this one. There was... Right where Meat Boy was imprisoned. Here we go. The slide. Okay, it wasn't exactly what I thought it was. That's okay. I've got 2 bomb fruits. I'm going to kind of take them with me. Okay, total of 4 bomb fruits I'm going to take with me. And there's spikes, so... Something tells me I'm going to have to maintain those bomb fruits. Yeah... Okay. You know what? Thank you. Excellent. 2 wall chickens out of the deal. Ow. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I need more bomb fruits? No. Just a couple keys. Alright, working my way back up Archer's Pass. Before I got to the point I needed to be, I did notice there was kind of an area here that I could slide in, and it's going to be an area that I can progress further into. So kind of looking up here, doesn't appear to be anything up. Falling down, though. Oh. Figured they would have been dead by now. Alright, so there's a teleporter to the left, and then there's a way to the right. I want to go to the right first, because the right I can come back from if need be. And we can see if there's anything else over to the right. Oh! Cerulean Trial number 6. Excellent. So that teleporter is probably just a way out. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I was going to do a trial earlier. It looks like I'm going to actually do a trial now. So let me switch out to some better healing, just in case I need it. Let's, Cure Silence. Okay, Kimbop. We'll stick to that, and we're going to go ahead and try the trial. Blue and red, huh? Oh dear. Back to red, go back. I haven't finished this area over here. Okay. Oh. Well, that was pointless. Go back red again, though, because I can go now left. Oh, dear. Blue. Oh. Do it again. Purple. blue. I'm missing 2. Great, now I need to get to the exit. Wow. That was an interesting one. I'm just happy to get 3 stars, I'm going to be honest with you. I came close though, 45. Not bad. Not bad, I would say, especially for not knowing what to do. And what did we get? A flak sheath? One of these things I've had for like ever? Oh man. And from what I remember of the other trials, the reward really doesn't go up if you get more stars. Now I kind of want to get more stars. But that's, you know, I'm going to say a challenge for another time. But I was glad I was able to get that. Because I was kind of hoping that at least do something like that, a trial of some kind. Oh, poison. Forget the poison. Oh, now wait a minute. Maybe there is another item. I'm looking at the trial and there's still a circle. So if I can get 4 stars, I may get an item out of it. Huh. Alright. I'm going to come back to that. But for now, let's get this 1,000 hit. Here we are. This is right where we need to be. Surprised I haven't died yet, huh? Now, when I mentioned the difficulty earlier, I did mention trying to turn the difficulty up. Early in the game, if you may recall, in the early videos, like the first couple, there was a mechanic where when I came close to dying, I survived with 1 hit point. I believe on the highest difficulty setting, you don't get that. That crutch goes away. So I really think that this would have been a much more difficult game without that crutch. There were probably several times that I should have died that I didn't even realize I should have died, and I escaped with just barely any health. Alright, so we are going to remove everything that's got attack on it. So that's defense and luck. And this is attack and fidget. So we are going to unequip that. Massive augment. Regen attack. So we will remove the Ring of the Apprentice and the Ring of Vigilance, as well as this pendant. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give this another shot. I'm going to try and collect as many of these dragonlings, I suppose is the best way to put it, as possible. Ow, ow. Ow. I think they're hurting themselves. Okay. Wow. So that didn't work out. I'm way too strong now. So I'm going to have to find another area that's going to have a lot of enemies. So that's a shame. The problem is this right here, right? Because I've gained so much attack from natural stats that it's just not going to work out. So, alright, well, lessons learned. Let's go ahead and save. And there are a few other areas that I can go to at this point. Wow, I forgot about the bloms. Holy crap, I forgot about the bloms. Now, something is amiss here in this area. There's supposedly a treasure here. I can only guess it has something to do with the bloms, but I'm not able to pinpoint it. Maybe it has to do with down here. Hold on, let's see. Can I look down? Not really. Oh, it's right over here. I completely forgot to come back here. Alright, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Treasure chest. This one probably won't have anything interesting in it because it was from way back in the beginning. And it wasn't a treasure chest that I couldn't have gotten before because I just was saving keys. Alright, so further up the trail on Archer's Pass, we are in this area, the dead end on the right. I do have the ability to open up the first door, and it looks like I had the ability to open the second door as well, and I know what I'm getting into. This is Braid. This is Braid. And I don't have the last key. So, what this tells me is, I'm going to open up this last door once I get the last key, and I'm going to rescue the kid from Braid. Probably get another 5% health. So, I know where he is now. I know what I'm getting. So I can always come back and get that later. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to apologize because I absolutely screwed up. I said Braid. I meant to say Bastion. That was not Braid. Not in the least. That was Bastion. And while both are great games, they deserve to, of course, be recognized by their proper names. Obviously, I could edit it out. I could change what I said. But you know what? That would be disingenuous of me. And why edit out Perfect Gold, right? Because that was me being a right idiot. Complete tosser. Baffling git. That is what I just was. So, yes. Ignore what I said previously. Right. Okay, so there is a spot up here that I can slide into, but I can't get to it. I need to do it with the bloms. So let's... You know what I need to do? I think I need to go up and then come back down. Because otherwise the bloms will blow themselves up before I can get to where I need to go here. Yes! I may have broken the chain, I may have taken a bunch of damage, but I made it. I have no idea what's here. Okay, sweet. 3 keys. Excellent. So when I can go back into the world of Bastia Braid, just combine the two. That would be a weird game. So I've got keys now that I can open up the cell when I get back and get into the world of Bastion. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, that was an interesting thing to try and do. I felt like I was hurting cats. The balm fruit would blow up at the slightest, and I do mean the slightest provocation. You touch it, it goes boom. Finally, I was able to just put the balm fruit up there on the ledge, and it just blew up the thing for me. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. I thought I was going to have to do both at the same time. Thankfully, it somehow managed to work out. And there we go. I got a key. So, yeah, all that trouble for a key. Oh, man. The frustration. I'm just going to tell you, the frustration, man. It was there. The frustration was there. Oh, man. Oh, man. It definitely taxes you as far as the puzzles in getting your timing right, because that's really what puzzles in games like this are all about. I kind of remember the bomb jumping in Metroid. That was kind of a big thing. If you were good at that, you were golden. Alright, I'm going to give this one a few tries, and if I can get this, I think that'll be a good spot to end this. Oh, well, heck. Apparently it's not, I don't have to complete it faster, I just have to take the right teleporter, and there's a treasure chest. A massive augment. Cool, which I already had, but that's alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoy being a liar with pants eternally on fire. As you can see, fire. Lots of fire on my pants. Ivydale Glen. 33% done, so... 2 keys? There we go. 100%. Well, that was pretty cool. I managed to do it by doing a combo. and getting to the top. Let's see, that was it. That was the item that I needed. It would appear that whatever it is, I don't know, down this giant chasm. Hopefully I can kind of see what it is as I'm going down. Aha! There's more than one thing here. Alright, who am I rescuing? Is that like the mascot for Hyperduck Soundworks? Or is that from another game that I don't recognize? Either way, I'm amused. I'm still not done here yet, though. Alright, looks like I can go down here, though. I can, yes. Key. Wow. All that hidden in this one area that you might have overlooked entirely because as you fall down, when you originally fall down, you fall down way over here. GG. Good going. Congratulations. If it weren't for the minimap, I never would have found it. Ever. Oh my goodness. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go into the final save here. I think this has been a fantastic journey. Hopefully you guys didn't mind me rambling a bit too much this time, since it is kind of a Humble Bundle tribute video, as well as another episode in the line of Dust. We got quite a bit of the side items found. I'm sure there are plenty more to find. Looking good. I think what we'll do is next time, I think I've only got one area to go to that's off the beaten path, and then from there we'll continue onto the story. I just think I've done quite a bit already for this one particular video. I'm just going to very quickly take a look at the map one last time. So we've got the Sorrowing Meadow. That's kind of the next place in the story we'll be going. And that really looks like that's the only one. Yeah, that's the only one we haven't gone to. So there are no other places to go right now. There's just a few places I can't get to yet. So we'll continue the story so that I can get the ability to hopefully climb. And then next time we should be able to finish getting some of the last items. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me in this adventure and have a nice little campfire with me and Fidget. It has absolutely been a pleasure.